Hey guys, what's up? Hey, sorry I haven't made a video in a couple days. I just been with my grandmother, and I dyed my hair a really dark burgundy red, and you can't tell. You can't tell on YouTube. You can't, and you can't tell, and it is. I swear to you, it is red. You just can't tell. I'm probably gonna re-dye it so you guys can actually tell that it is actually red, because I wanted it to be a light, like a more pronounced red, but my grandmother messed up with the hair dye, and just don't even get me into that. So yeah. So this video is gonna be pretty random, and basically it's about my Entertainment Weekly magazine story that I have. Yeah, and this is okay. So it's about these three for my friends. Okay, and this is how sad. This is kind of sad that I know which one's for who. This one, it's kind of bent. I'm sorry, Natasha. This one's yours. My dog laid. I didn't know where. I couldn't find it, and then my dog was laying on it, so it's slightly bent. I'm sorry. So this is Natasha's. This is Kalia's, and this is Alice. This is yours. Basically, I said in my video, my obsession with Kristen's ass video. If you haven't seen that video yet, click in the box of drawer. The link will be there. Basically saying that I have a very interesting story to tell Natasha, and now I have a very interesting story to tell Kalia and Alice, because oh my, the story. Well, let me just tell Natasha's, because Alice asked me to tell the story, and I'm pretty sure Natasha wants to hear the story, and I'm sure Kalia wants to hear the story as well. So if you don't want to hear the story, then by all means don't watch this video. And Alice just messaged me. One second. Yes, please. If that's okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm talking to Alice. She's making me. I love her, Alice. Just thank you. She's making me the Kristen bracelet. The one with the soda tabs bits. You know, the soda thing that Kristen wears sometimes. Oh my God, you have no idea how badly I've wanted that bracelet. Before, like, I've wanted it before I even knew Kristen had one, because some girls in my school wore them, and I'm like, oh, those are cool. And then when I found out Kristen wore them, I was just like, I want that. So she's making me one, and thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Alice. Anyway, so my Entertainment Weekly story. Let's begin with this one. So basically, when I bought Natasha's, I also bought mine as well. So I went to the grocery store with my dad. Not really. I went there. Not. I was kind of hoping that it'd be there, even though I knew it was the day it was coming out. And so I was kind of like, yes, yes, yes. I can get mine, and I can get Natasha's. Awesome. So first off, what I didn't know, like, I knew my grocery store kind of didn't really remodel, but it just moved stuff around, which kind of threw me off kilter, because I was used to the magazines being near where they sell like the candy for like Easter and stuff, because there's always like this one like spot where they sell the Easter candy, so they'd always have like the gift cards and then the stuff like that, but they moved it and stuff, and it kind of threw me off. So I literally was looking through my grocery store for like 30 minutes, like, looking for it, and it was in the back of the store, which is annoying. It was near like the beer and everything. I'm like, why would you have it there? Whatever. I think, yeah. So I looked for it, and bam, it was right there. I'm like, yes. So I grabbed two, and I was like, kind of like, I was getting excited. I was like, yay. I was so giddy. I was flipping through mine and stuff like that. And so yes, I was really excited. Then I grabbed a pack of gum that I also wanted to get. And one second, I have to message Alice back. That's fine. I found enough candies. Haha, nice. Anyway, where was I? So I grabbed my pack of gum, and I grabbed my two magazines, and I went into the checkout. So I was just standing there, and I tried not to make eye contact with people. My dad was still shopping, so I had my own money, so I just was gonna buy it, so I bought it myself. I was trying not to make eye contact with people. So basically, this is what it was. I'm using Kalia's as an example. This example of mine, because I don't know where mine is at the moment. I think it's across my room somewhere. Anyway. So this is what I did. They were like this, and I plopped them on the scan thing, on the conveyor belt, and my pack of gum was on top. So I was just waiting, and I was not making eye contact with people, and but out of the corner of my eye, I could see, okay, there's this guy who's behind me, and I could totally tell he was kind of looking at the magazines as if being like, really, she's buying fucking too, you know, kind of like, oh my god, typical girl, you know, like, oh my god. And the guy in front of me didn't really care or give a shit, so he left, and finally I came by, and the lady grabbed mine, she scanned mine, and then she looked at Natasha's, and just looked at it, and just had them both like this, and she looked at me, as a question on her face and said, 2? And I nodded, and like, yes, and I did like the motion, like, can you please scan Natasha's magazine? And she's like, are you sure you want to buy 2? And I'm like, yes, one's for my friend. And she's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. And then she scanned Natasha's and put it in the bag. And I just couldn't help thinking, I'm like, obviously, oh my god. It's, okay, I mean, I get it. I mean, sure, I've made the mistake of grabbing 2 magazines at the same time, but I'm not that big of an idiot where I don't notice it when I do it. Like, I will notice, like, I think if I was only going to buy 1, I would, considering how thin this one is, because, I mean, some magazines are pretty thick, to the point where you can't even tell if you picked up 1 or 2. But this is a really thin magazine. Therefore, if I was only going to buy 1, I think I would kind of figure that, hey, I have 2 in my hands, I'm only going to buy 1, I should put this one back. But obviously, there's a reason why I have 2 in my hands, not 1. Okay, and it was just annoying, and and she's like, oh, that makes sense, you know. I'm like, oh my god, people, just seriously, shut up. And so then I bought Kalia's and Alice's when I went with my grandmother to go shopping and stuff like that. And of course, like, I like told my grandmother, I'm like, I need to buy a magazine. She's like, oh really? I'm like, yeah, I need to buy it for my friend Alice and Kalia. She's like, oh, where do they live? I'm like, oh, one lives in England and one lives in Australia. She's like, oh, that's cool. Why do you have to buy them for? Or why do you have to buy the magazines for them? I'm like, because they don't get them there. She's like, oh, okay. So I basically went off on myself to grab the magazines. It wasn't in the same store. It was in a Target, and which is kind of like a Walmart, or kind of like, what is it called in England? Tesco. It's kind of like Tesco, a little bit like Tesco, but not as big, if that makes sense. Anyway, so it's funny how I know that. Anyway, so I grabbed the magazines. And I was waiting with my grandmother because she was getting her stuff and everything. And she's like, Emily, you're so nice. I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm such a nice person getting these magazines and stuff like that. That sounded so fake and stuff. My grandmother was like really proud of me for getting them for you guys. So yeah. So we were waiting. And then finally we went in line, and my grandmother went before me. I went after her. And then behind me, again, I got the looks off people when they saw, instead of them being like this, they were kind of like that. So you could tell that they were, you know. And so I was really expecting kind of like the same thing. You know, I got the weird looks. Like, there were a few girls my age looking at me like, she's buying 2 of them. Really? She's buying 2 of them? You know? Like, really? And I'm like, whatever. And so I was kind of expecting the same conversation to happen like it did in my grocery store. Like, oh, what are you buying too? Are you sure you want to buy too? Blah, blah, blah. And it actually didn't happen, but the guy did give me like a look, and then he kind of did a kind of like a, oh my god, you're buying too, you know, kind of thing. And it was just the looks off people were just kind of like. But no, Alice's was, I mean, like, Natasha's was the most fun, because it was kind of, like, the most, like, really, I'm not that dumb. I would be able to notice that I'm grabbing 2 of these, because they're so thin and everything, and Alice's and Kalena's, I just got looks off people, because I went back to my grandmother. I didn't just immediately buy them, because I had to wait for her, because my grandmother would freak out if she didn't know where I was, even though I had my cell phone on me, but never mind. So I had to put them in the cart and wait, and like wait for her to be done, and then go to the checkout and buy it myself. And so yeah, I got a lot of people looking in the cart being like, she's buying too. She's buying too. It would have been, yeah. So yeah, that was an interesting experience for everybody. And I was kind of hoping, some of you may not know this, Vampire Diaries, Ian Somerhalder, Nita Dobrev, and Paul Wesley, they're going to be on the cover of Rolling Stone. I don't know when that'll be out. If you do know, please tell me, because I really wanted to buy that when I was buying these 2. So it'd be funny. It was kind of, they'd probably cancel each other out, like, ooh, Vampire Diaries and Twilight, she's buying? Yeah, so I would have bought the Rolling Stone as well. It just depends on how much they cost, but I still probably would have bought it either way. So yeah, that's my story. I hope it entertained you. Please comment below if you have any weird stories kind of like that while you're buying, maybe while you're buying any kind of Twilight merchandise, like like not like just anything, like a double. If you have like a story like mine where you're buying a double piece of Twilight merchandise and people give you like the look, kind of like the, you're buying fucking 2, really? Why do you need 2? I think 1 is enough for you. But whatever. I think it's okay to buy 2. I mean, seriously, if you love it so much, then spread the love. Buy 2. I'm just saying. That's just my opinion. So I'll see you guys next time with a less random video, more like information about stuff going on with Rob and Kristen and Twilight and everything. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye. I didn't expect this video to be so long, but whatever.